Razorback Stadium, where they have been calling the Hogs since early in the morning in anticipation of this showdown we have coming. Today, a couple of teams getting set to square off in an ACC battle. As we'll see, the Kansas State Wildcats taking on a team that ranks in the top 5 in this conference, the Arkansas Razorbacks. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. The Razorbacks will kick it off to get us underway. Looks like he's going to bring it out. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. They'll operate out of split backs. I don't think that's the way they drew it up. Incomplete.
In football, you hear the term quick but don't hurt. And you can tell when you run these RPOs, the QBs want to make that decision quick. And I think he hurried it a little bit too much. Got the ball out quick, but obviously was inaccurate with his pass.
Backed up now. Here's second and long. Tight end in motion. See how the D reacts. Wide receiver going in motion. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. And he finds enough running room, and he's marked down at the 20.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all right after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback.
Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch. This senior showed some serious arm strength firing that one in for the first down. The Wildcats come to the line with a fresh set of downs. From the gun, running back gets to give. Pass to Sticks, and he may get more. Breaks away on the left. The 20. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Wildcats!
And these offensive coordinators tell you they want to start fast and they want to establish the run game. That is exactly what you did. First drive, you hand the football off, making the big explosive run, setting the tone for this football game.
And he did get that extra point through the slippery surface, no problem.
7, Arkansas, 0.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And there will be no return on this one as the ball bounds into the end zone. Ready to fire from the pistol. Making side adjustments here. takes this handoff and headed to the right. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
You know, if you want to run the ball up the middle, you're going to have to block that guy. I mean, nobody even touched him, and he slanted right into the backfield, made the tackle for loss.
A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete.
I love the quick decision the QB made there on that RPO, knowing he wanted to get it out of his hands fast. He just needs to make a more accurate throw moving forward.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Jackson gonna throw it. Got it in the middle. It's Ferguson. Ball is loose. Sometimes the ball just bounces your way, and the offense very lucky to keep possession on that one. And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. So after reviewing the undisputable video evidence, the replay booth has decided to overturn the call. It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. The run to the left. Nice move to keep running.
I don't know, man. If I'm on defense here and I'm watching the way my D-line's getting manhandled, I might have to put more guys in the box. I might have to sacrifice his safety and try to get more hats close to the line of scrimmage to slow this running back down, because the RPO game's been a problem.
And the Razorbacks with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. The play action fake. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and 3rd down is coming.
Well, the quarterback knew he wanted to go to his tight end on that play. He's a big physical target, but it was the hit on the play that forced the incompletion.
The Razorbacks come to the line on 3rd down, trying to keep this drive alive. Got it, looking for a first. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. They were banking on the yards after the catch, but that went into the negative column.
Yeah, and I'm banking on the ball coming out quick. When I'm a defense and understanding 3rd and short, understand they're going to throw the ball really quickly, try to make a play. The defense knew it, broke on the football, made a nice tackle to force a 4th down.
They're in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, and this is why you have a prominent jawline and an urgent resolve. They'll go for it.
Man, when I was at Florida, Steve Spurrier would wait for this opportunity in a game 4th and inches, and he'd signal in Red Snoopy. Quarterback sneak. It works every time.
The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. We'll see if that failed 4th down in their own end last time, David, sort of curbed some of the aggressiveness.
When you hear about it all the time in football, go for it. Be aggressive. The problem is when you get stopped, sometimes it puts you in a hole. And, Jesse, now the offense has to come out and respond.
They were real disappointed not getting that 1st down. You can see it on the sideline. So let's just see if that's kind of galvanized them a little bit here to go make a statement and get some points.
Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. Jackson will throw. Finds his man. It's Brown. Crosses the 30. He's got away. Ripping through the defense and getting it all the way down to the 24-yard line.
Get the big-time receiver involved early in the game. That's a huge key for this offense, no matter who they're playing against. But you can see, with his size, with his ability after the catch, this guy is a weapon, and he's putting this defense on alert early.
It's now 1st and 10 from the 24-yard line. From the gun, running back on the move. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he walks us in for the score. Touchdown, Razorbacks! Quick strike touchdown comes out and jumpstarts the offense.
And, man, we see this in college football. So much explosiveness and firepower, and we get high-scoring game after high-scoring game, and it looks like we're on pace for one of those right now.
And he tacks on the extra point. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And the finisher came on a terrific 24-yard run to the house. And he's not going to take the touch. And the ball's free, deep in his own territory.
Wow, they narrowly avoid disaster there. They fumble the kick return, and if that goes to the other team, all the momentum is no longer with them. So a nice job being able to pounce back on that. The head coach breathing a huge sigh of relief.
And here comes the Kansas State offense back onto the field. They cashed in on a short field last time they had it, and now they'll go to work from their own end. Didn't get much done on that run. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard.
It's a bad sign on offense when you have that many people running free at your running back. That means guys up front aren't getting their blocks. Just too many hacks getting to the ball carrier. I love his effort, making multiple guys miss, but still, it's a negative play.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Thomas back to pass. He's picked off and he's thrown a dozen of them. Got room on the return. And he's going to take it all the way back. Touchdown, Arkansas!
You always hear the old saying, tips lead to picks. Quarterbacks have got to be careful. You've got to be so accurate with the ball. If you're not, and a defender tips that thing up into the air, bad things generally happen. Pick 6. Doesn't get much worse than that.
And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, I believe someone calls it the Conference of Champions. Pac-12 action today. Louisville has the lead right now, but it's not like Lamar Jackson is under center out there today, which might explain why this one is so close. They're up by a field goal over Baylor. If anything else happens in this one in the Pac-12 or anywhere else, we'll make sure you know about it. Back to you guys.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. K-State has the ball back and the Power Cat offense returns to the field. This feels like one of those games you might have to answer every score. Already down 4. There he goes. Makes the stop at the 33, but it's a 15-yard gain.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
And this set of downs gets started from the 33, 1st and 10. Thomas looking to fire. Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge game if he could have held on.
And I love taking deep shots. I think it makes quarterbacks play honest, safeties play honest, and you could tell he just missed a little bit deep on that shot. But listen, those are shots that we want to take because the risk is definitely worth it.
They're dealing with a second and long. Back to pass. He's going to fire deep. Catch inside the 30 and still running. He'll work his way down to the 28.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
Kansas State back at it after picking up the first down. Give to the running back. They make the stop, give him 3 yards on the carry. Ball's at the 24.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. They'll move the wide receiver. Hand off from the shotgun. Stop behind the line. He'll lose a yard.
I'll tell you, this defensive end, not only can he pass rush, but he can play the run as well. You see him beat the offensive lineman there trying to block him, get in the backfield to make that tackle for loss. That was impressive.
Run into a bit of trouble here. 3rd and long from the 25, and the last thing they want is to get knocked out of field goal range. Thomas back to pass. Unloads to the wideout. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Touchdown, Kansas State. Made the grab and took it on in for the score.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And as the ball makes its way into the end zone, it'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. This should be the last play of the quarter. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Now rolling to the left. Using the quick game. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. It's been punch, counter-punch throughout the early part of this game as we take a look at the first quarter stats. We've got a good one going here and looking forward to keep those vibes rolling here in the second. First play of the period will be a 2nd down. From the gun, the ground game. Works his way to the 41, and that is plenty to give him a first down.
Wow, what an impressive-looking run. You think back to some of the greatest rushing offenses in the SEC in recent years. Remember that offense that had Darren McFadden and Felix Jones both in the backfield, sometimes taking wildcat snaps? Nobody could stop them. This dude, I think, could have broken his way into that rotation with his ability. This guy's sick.
Jackson gonna throw it. Dances away. Gonna try to get it himself. What a nice job by the defense stringing that out and forcing him out of bounds. He got nothing.
Yeah, I think that's nice discipline by this defense. Doing a good job playing inside out, using the sideline to their advantage, kind of stringing it out, not giving up yards. This is a really good job by the defense, playing fast and playing smartly.
So now it's 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. Got his man on the right. Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the first down.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
And the Razorbacks are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down.
Defense did a great job. 3rd and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they dug their heel on the ground. They're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
All the numbers and stats will show you going for it on 4th down in this area of the field really puts pressure on a defense. Needs it to keep this drive alive. Will not get there. A 4th down stop.
Well, here's a classic sudden change situation early in the game, and we're going to see a few of these as the game goes on, but with the defense getting that stop on 4th down in their opponent territory, the offense now has an opportunity to come out here and maybe take a shot in this sudden change situation, see if they can catch the defense napping.
The give to the tailback. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. They'll send the back in motion. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Defenders everywhere as he is stopped for a loss of 5.
Great job at containing by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened.
And the running game has collapsed so far on this drive, and now it's 3rd down. He's going for a big play downfield. Snags it inside the 20. That is just a gargantuan play as he has it all the way down to the 12.
And that had to be a coverage bust on defense. There is no rhyme or reason why a receiver should be that wide open, that deep down the field. Defense, they better check themselves.
And the Wildcats will snap it on 1st and 10. To the ground with the back. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Wildcats! Precision blocking up front created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
And they tacked on the extra point.
21, Arkansas, 14.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And the ball will make it into the end zone. No return on that one for a touchdown. Ncaa ready to send out this offense. They were really aggressive going for it in their own end last time and put them in a tough spot, David.
Yeah, aggressive, reckless. They got to find the balance with this offense to really be productive. And last possession they went for it, they rolled the dice, Palmer, and it didn't work out for them.
Yeah, if you're better on 3rd down moving forward, though, you can keep yourself out of those situations.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Let's go. Jackson will throw. Flips it out on the screen. And he never had a chance. As soon as he caught it, the defense was right there.
Man, on On those screen passes, I want those defensive linemen to run right up the field, and I want to throw it right over their head where I got some space and I can get my running back going. That is the opposite of what happened right there. There was no space. He couldn't even get going.
It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Shoots it to the left. It's caught downfield. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a 1st down at the 43.
That's a really nice looking throw. And I'll tell you, he fits in great with this offense because there's been this philosophical shift recently in the SEC offensively. It used to be you had to run the football. I formation, 3 yards in a cloud of dust if you wanted to win. But today, though, you have got to be able to throw if you're going to win. You think about all the great offensive play callers now in the SEC, all the Heisman Trophy winners that have played recently at the QB position. You got to do it through the air, and this guy in Arkansas gives them a chance.
And that's a great job executing the drag route. You just bring the big fella across the formation, wait for him to come open. The quarterback does a good job seeing him, finds him in the hole, hits him. Perfect job.
The Razorbacks look to keep this drive humming. The run from the shotgun. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Sends it back in motion. To the air on 2nd down. Bringing the heat. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Whistle blows, and this is the 2-minute timeout, and these guys have a chance to take the lead before halftime. And the Razorbacks send out the punt unit. He ought to be able to use his first punt to pin him deep. Sends his first one of the day on its way, and that matches the number of appearances he had in that win last week. That thing was down for a while, but the big bounce carried it into the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. They take over late and have enough time to put together a drive. One back in the backfield, and they'll give it to him. And he doesn't find much running room, a short gain on the play.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Got 3 on 1st down and 2nd and 7. Off the play fake. Here he goes breaking the pocket. Throwing on the run. Makes a grab on the right. And he picks up a huge chunk of yards on that play before he's finally hauled down.
Who needs a 2-minute offense when you're this explosive? This offense creates the big play, completely flips the field position right away, now in a position to go ahead and score points before the half.
They don't seem interested in inching the ball down the field. That big play sets him up. 1st and 10 from the 36. Can't find the man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40. This offense thought they had the defense reeling on its heels, but the D stands tall and comes up with a sack.
Yeah, but why not, right? If I make a big play, I got no problem going back to it. But the defense said, I got you. I understand what you're doing. I know you're going back to it. They were ready for it. They had the answer for it. And they got the QB and got his butt on the ground.
And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Looking to move the chains. They throw it complete to the left. Working their way closer and closer. A third down conversion, and they've got it at the 26. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. To the air, it's Barnett. Moving out of the pocket. Trying to escape and get it himself. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down. Second down, they'll try the field goal to get the points before halftime. The holder will put it down on the right hash, a 33-yard try. He slides that just inside the right upright. And now the lead is even bigger. That late in the half field goal always gives you a little boost going to the locker room, and they'll need to finish off these final few seconds and not allow them to answer. Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. Gets it all the way out to the 33 before he stops. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. State will kick off as we get things started here in the third quarter. That ball scoots through the back of the end zone. It'll be a touchback. Send that offense back onto the field. Maybe adjustments or attitude adjustments, but they've got to find a way to run the ball at least some here in the second half. Breaks into the open. And he goes out of bounds, but finally this passing game gets something going here as they try to rally.
Well, the defense did a nice job taking everything away down the field, but once the drag route was caught, they just couldn't rally to the ball carrier in time to make a tackle, and as a result, new set of downs.
Big play to start this drive, and they're already out at the 48. It's first down. Got a man. It's Ferguson. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. It'll be a draw. Here's an open space downfield. He was able to reach into his bag of tricks and use it to pick up a few extra yards.
Draws are such a smart way to take advantage of fast defensive linemen that want to get upfield and get after the quarterback. It keeps them honest, makes them realize they got to play the run too. Great play call.
Ran the ball on first down. Let's see what they do on second. The give to the back. Breaks the tackle. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
Well, they're going RPO. Nice job handing it off, and really good vision there, just getting what he can get, right? Puts his foot in the ground, gets forward, helps this offense find positive yards.
If every journey begins with a step, this offense needs to step into a third down conversion and then try to turn it into some scores, and fast. And it's incomplete despite some serious arm strength shown there.
QB decided not to hand it off on that RPO. Defense, great job taking the throwaway, now setting up fourth.
With a double-digit deficit here in the second half, they're going to go for it on 4th down. Trying to keep the drive alive. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the 1st down. They give you 4 downs for a reason, and this offense decides to use every one of them.
Hey, if I had a back like that and I had this offensive line, man, I would do it too. I wouldn't even think twice about it. Roll the dice, give your guys an opportunity to go make a play, and they do.
The Razorbacks are moving quickly down the field. Jackson gonna throw it. Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on 1st down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Keeping it on the ground with the running back. Knocked down behind the line of scrimmage, he'll lose a yard.
You know, the runner just has to have a little bit more patience. He bounced that thing outside a little too early, and as a result, lost yards.
Okay, 7th play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up. And the Razorbacks will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. You'd think they would have had a good chance to down that one deep, but the bounce carries it into the end zone for the touchback. And here comes the Kansas State offense back onto the field. Takes the handoff, and he's going right. Past the sticks and still on his feet. Flying down the right side. He's at the 20. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Kansas State. They've extended the lead and taken control here in Week 9.
And this offense picks up right where it left off. Scoring points, creating a big play. First drive of the second half, no problem. Don't worry about halftime adjustments. Just keep doing what you've been doing.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Boys, expect the unexpected in college football, and for some, this update could fall under that category. Pittsburgh looked like a bunch of world beaters today in a stern-to-stem beatdown. I think a lot of people forget this program won 5 national titles last century. A rich tradition and a sparkling performance today. All that speculation all week, and now we know. But something tells me, fellas, we haven't heard the last of either of these teams.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. Trailing now by 17, David. This is an opportunity that they need to answer.
And down by 17, it's not panic mode yet. Like, I know we just gave up some points and our defense hasn't played great. I think this offense can still be who they are and stay consistent.
No doubt, lots of football to go, but you do get the feeling this is the time of game where, you know, it could get bad. If you don't score and all of a sudden they get the ball back, they take it down the field and put some points up, this thing might be over. So absolutely, this quarterback, he wants to drive this offense down the field and at least put something on the board.
Jackson will throw. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play.
Well, the offense is able to avoid disaster right there. Problem is they fumbled it, but thankfully they were able to jump back on and not have a turnover.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down.
And you got to expect this offense to go for it again here on 4th down, right? Obviously trailing, we're in the second half, but we saw them try to go for it on 4th down early. Didn't have any success. They've got to dial up a better play here.
The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. K-State has the ball back, and the Power Cat offense returns to the field. Ben, that last drive, if you want to call it that, was efficient. One big run for a score, David. See if they can do it again.
Yeah, and I find it hard-pressed they're not going to give it right back to him. You break that long of a run, get a touchdown, Jesse, I'm assuming he's going to touch it again.
You're absolutely right, David. Everybody in this stadium, I think, is expecting him to get it again, too. Big-time players make big plays in big games. Let's see what he can do here.
Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Using his feet. Great penetration by this defense, and they knock him down behind the line. A loss of 1. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. To the air, it's Barnett. Buys a little time. And he will wisely throw it to the kid playing the tuba.
Good decision by the QB. You're outside the pocket. You're trying to find an open target. No one's open. Throw it away and live to play another day.
It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He's going for it all. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started, in their opponent territory. Now you're 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
They'll get him down at the 21-yard line. The coverage team able to stop him right there. Send that offense back onto the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Solid run, picks up 6 and gets it to the 28.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
The Razorbacks can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Out of the gun, the give to the back. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. And down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And this offense just has to find a way to convert this 3rd down, or else they are really in trouble. Jackson gonna throw it. Fires to the wideout. it back. Touchdown, Wildcats! And what a turn of events as this defense gets the pick six.
He made that look a lot easier than it is. When you break on a football, you got to see it and go at the perfect angle. The free safety leaves his spot, goes and gets it, and then does the hard part, takes it back to the house for 6.
And the extra point is good.
That makes the score Kansas State 38, Arkansas 14.
The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. He wisely lets that one bounce through the back of the end zone, and they'll take over at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Going right to work up top. Whoa, does he turn that loose down the middle. Fires it into a crowd, and it's picked off.
Well, coming out of the tunnel in the third quarter, this quarterback now is really struggling with his decision-making. 2 picks here in the third quarter. This looks like Jekyll and Hyde from what we saw in the first half.
Well, and the bad thing is they're going to be in passing situations. They're coming from behind. They're going to need him to play better. Like, he's going to have to read the field better and make some plays if they want to get back in this football game.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. He leaves it with the back. Running into the open space. Nothing but green grass down the middle. Touchdown, Kansas State. And once he got away from the D, they had no shot at catching him.
I love the execution on that play. Great blocking up front just to get the ball carrier an opportunity in the second level of the defense. And then at that point, it was make a guy miss and use the speed. That was a perfectly executed play.
And the point after is good. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead.
14.
No reason to risk trying to field that one as it skips through the end zone. It'll be a touchback. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They'll go to the ground. Surges across the 30, out to the 32, a 6-yard run.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. He better have safety help over top. Otherwise, this guy's a threat to score every time they throw the ball.
Jackson will throw. Unloads to the wideout. And he is finding wide-open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day.
Well, we know these are slick conditions today in this game. Wide receiver just didn't seem to really get a good grasp on the ball when it hit his hands. Didn't stick right away. There was a bit of a bobble, and because of it, the defense able to come away with the pick.
Good field position to start this drive at their own 47. Running back searching for a hole. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play.
I like the poise by the quarterback on that play, too, because a lot of times as a quarterback, you see the blitz coming, and immediately you want to audible, you want to try to throw the ball, but he knew that he had a good run play called, and he knew he could leave it on. Heads-up play by the QB.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Plows through the defense. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter.
22 water. 22 water. Ready, go.
Looking to throw on first down. Unloads to the right. It's complete. Turning it on. And they finally run him out of bounds. A huge gain to wrap up the third quarter, and this defense will start the fourth on its heels. As we enter the fourth quarter, let's see if anything memorable can come from this one. They'll go back to work with a first down in the final period.
Ready.
Thomas looking to fire. Unleashes to the end zone. Touchdown, Wildcats! Made the grab in the end zone for the score. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row.
Pure domination all game long for this offense. Whether they've been running the football, whether they've been throwing the football, critical down and distances, situationally all up and down the field. This defense has had no answer for these guys. What an impressive performance by the O.
Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown. Here's the return from inside his 10. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26.
Take over. First and 10.
And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. It's a good thing to be charitable, Jesse, but I think the last couple of drives might be overdoing it a bit.
I agree, and I think at this point, David, the quarterback here, he's got to be a CEO, and he's got to really get his guys settled down. A couple turnovers in a row now. They've got to find a rhythm.
A CEO, a.k.a. don't screw it up, young man. That's what it sounds like on the sidelines with the coaches. We got to stop turning the football over.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Gets it out quickly. Oh, he's got some space. And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47.
And that's why for the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
Jackson gonna throw it. Here's a heat. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36.
It's pretty obvious. This defense came into this one knowing they were going to have to play a complete game until there were zeros on the clock, especially against this quarterback. You cannot take your foot off the gas, and that's exactly what they're doing here. Late in the fourth quarter, they're still bringing it, and they get another sack.
And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him.
And maybe the big fella can jumpstart this offense a little bit. They got to get some points, and he's that big physical guy, breaking some tackles, making some plays. Here in the fourth quarter, they're going to need it.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, he wants it all. He almost had another one. They've already picked off 3 and just a hair away from number 4 there.
One of the biggest reasons today why this offense is losing in the game is they haven't been able to get it going throwing the football. This guy still has not thrown a touchdown pass. They thought coming into this game they were going to have tons of success throwing it, but you got to give the defense credit. They watched the film. They've been mixing up their looks defensively, trying to confuse.
Another interception. That's his 4th of the day. Takes it the other way. The 30. At the 20. Touchdown, Kansas State. What momentum you get when the defense comes up with a play like that. They push out that lead a bit and draw much closer to a win here in Week 9.
Dude, you didn't think it could get any worse, right? You thought this game's over as it is anyways. Offense still throwing the football, still trying to make plays, and the defense just continues to pour it on, gets the pick, makes its way all the way to the end zone.
Number 10, set to kick this one away.
And there will be no return on this one as the ball bounds into the end zone. The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. This thing has sort of gotten away the last couple of possessions. They've been a little too generous, David.
Yeah, like a non-profit, man, like a charity, giving the football away too much. Got to take care of the football, Jesse. Otherwise, you got no shot to win this football game.
You're right, man. At this level of college football, it doesn't matter how talented you are. It doesn't matter who you're playing. If you're sloppy and you put the football on the ground or you throw picks, you're going to find yourself behind on the scoreboard.
Last incompletion leaves them still sitting at their own 25 with 2nd and 10. Got the back over the middle. Oh, there might have been trouble if they had knocked him down so quickly. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Razorbacks line up, trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection.
Well, this has been a day to forget if you're this quarterback. And I got to be honest, guys, I'm surprised he's still even in the game right now because he has had zero rhythm. He hasn't been accurate. He's thrown a ton of interceptions. Most coaches would have pulled their guy by now. I know the guy I played for back in college, he would have pulled me about 2 interceptions ago.
Might be calling a hot route. On 4th down, looking to pass. They get to him as he throws. This time it's complete. Gets it to the 42-yard line, and that's a 1st down. The Razorbacks come to the line with a new set of downs. Here's the give off the left side. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it. But the defense, they've risen to the occasion. Their front 7 has dominated this entire game.
And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Even if they don't convert, picking up a few would give them a decision to make on 4th down. It's 3rd and long from the 45. They'll run play action. He's got an open man. And they exploited that soft spot, and they get it down to the 35.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that 3rd down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the 1st.
Jackson will throw. Finds a tight end. He's run out of bounds, and they'll say he stepped down at the 27.
It's important on offense to get the tight ends involved in the passing game. These are big fellas that can run. This guy's a big target, so nice job on that play.
And the Razorbacks in a good spot here with 2nd and short.
Get set.
Leaves it with the back. Defense holds their ground, pickup of a yard. It's at the 26.
And that run really didn't go anywhere, and a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
The Razorbacks come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. Trying play action. Throws to the tight end. He's got it. And the defense was right there to make the tackle, but not before they get it to the 12 and set up in the red zone. Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the second half. Here's 1st and 10. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. To the air on 1st down. Steps away. And he'll take it in for the touchdown. It won't have much impact on the outcome of the game, but it is a fabulous parting gift, a consolation prize, if you will.
Yeah, good for them. They put together a drive. They got a touchdown. It's been a bad day. I mean, this is a day they're going to want to forget. They're getting destroyed, but at least you get some positive vibes. Maybe finish this game on a little bit of a high note. A little bit.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Dynamite matchup this week in the American, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Wake Forest is currently trailing in this one, but it feels like the tide may be turning. This program has picked itself up before, and it's capable of it again today. It's still a one-score game. They're trailing by 8 to UAB. Ought to be fun, fellas, to see how things play out in this notable matchup in the American.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. They'll snap this one to start the drive from their own 22.
42 Spider. 4-2 Spider.
An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. That is a completely avoidable penalty. The quarterback just went into brain lock and lost track of the play clock. They'll run it to keep this clock grinding. They needed to find enough space and get it moving forward, and they're up to the 22.
I'll tell you what, it's really nice at this point in the game if you can lean on your run game. When you have the lead, you've got the football late in the game, you can chew that clock and start to really make that defense have a little bit of panic.
To the air, it's Barnett. He's looking deep. And it's incomplete. Good play downfield by the DB.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great day so far.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Not quite in rhythm there. Incomplete.
And the defense gets the big 3rd down stop. Creates some momentum. Hey, I don't know if they're going to go for it on 4th down, but the defense is continuing to fight, continuing to hustle, continue to fly around. Like, these are positive signs from a group that you know needs to continue to grow, needs to continue to build, needs to continue to get better.
And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. This one has pretty much been a bludgeoning, but they'll try to finish with something positive late.
Well, they ran into a buzzsaw today.
And that is his 5th interception. If he comes out to try for 6, he'll be lucky.
Well, man, we've seen explosive offensive firepower all game long, and here we are late in an obvious passing situation trying to get this thing close. The big INT, finally the defense makes a play, and David, it looks like they just closed the door on this one.
Well, and you know, Mr. Quarterback, defense wins championships. And how do you seal a game? The defense coming up with a big moment. Yes, obvious passing situation. You know they're going to throw it. The big INT, and that might seal their fate.
They stop him just short of the 1st down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up.
Yeah, and that's a great job by this offense. And I'll tell you what, 4th quarter, you have the lead. That's exactly what you want to do. Lean on these guys, run the football, eat that clock.
trying to turn the corner on the left. He'll be run out of bounds right at the 25.
I'm loving this offense mixing the toss plays in their game plan. And what these tosses are going to do, it's going to set up a play-action opportunity where they can fake the toss and try to take a shot downfield.
1st and 10, they're down to the 25. On the run, it's Knox. You'll take 4 yards on 1st down every time, 2nd and 6.
And the defense is still fighting. They haven't had the day that they dreamed of. You know, talking to the coaches coming to the game, like they thought they had a good plan. They'd be ready to attack and limit some of the damage this offense has done. They haven't done it today, though. They got to go back to the drawing board, figure some things out, because this wasn't a great day.
Going to the running game. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop.
And I'm a fan of this, man. Run the football, eat the clock. We got the lead. This offense has put together a nice day, man. Like just balance, rhythm, timing, play calling, everything has worked. That's why they built this lead. They've had a great day today.
That just never had a chance as they controlled the middle of the field and stopped him in the backfield on 3rd down. Well, this one had all the suspense of a bug hurtling his way toward a windshield, and they did splatter them, an absolutely dominating performance.
You got to give the coaching staff a ton of credit. They obviously had their guys ready to play and motivated right from the opening kick. All 3 phases we saw, just spectacular football. No mental mistakes, David. You really can't play better than that.
Nah, it's really fun to do this. Come out and just dominate opponents. Start from finish. Nothing to worry about. You just know you're better. You're going to do you. Put up a bunch of points and win by a lot of points.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.